Hi, I'm John from Wex Photographic, and today we're down at the Canon HQ for the launch of 3 beautiful new cameras, and I'm here with Dave Parrick. Dave, could you tell me what we've actually got here today on the table?
Yeah, sure. So as you say, we've got 3 cameras we want to show you here today. We've got the EOS M10, which is in addition to our CSC lineup, and then we've got the PowerShot G9X and we've got the G5X as well, which are both additions to our GX series of cameras.
So that's 5 now, right?
Yes, that's 5 cameras in the GX series, yeah.
And so could you tell me, I guess, run me through the differences between the 2 new GX cameras?
Yeah, so these both sit either side of the G7X. The G7X sits between them. This one sits slightly above it and this one sits slightly below it. I say that because this one has a slightly shorter zoom. It has a 3 times optical zoom, but it's physically a much smaller and much lighter camera than the G7X. So it's a truly pocketable 1-inch sensor camera.
And what's the megapixels on the sensor?
It's 20.2 million pixels, so 1 inch, 20.2 million.
Nice one. And what about the G5X?
So this has the same sensor inside it again, but this has a 4.2 times optical zoom on it, so it has a longer zoom range than the G9X. But what you'll notice about this one probably straight away is that it's got a viewfinder on the top. This is a 2.26 million dot viewfinder, so it's a really high resolution and really makes it a lovely camera to handle. As you can see, it's got a lot of control on here, a lot more control than both the G9X and the G7X has, because it's got a lovely little control wheel on the front here, which makes it a really nice camera to handle and
I'm
to
really
hold.
liking the classical styling of this camera. It's obviously going to be aimed at a very different customer to the G9X. So who do you see picking up this over the other cameras that are available?
In my experience of using this, it feels more like using an SLR than any other compact camera we have on the market at the moment, because all the buttons are in the right place. The viewfinder is right above the lens, so you get a similar experience to when you're using an SLR. So I feel that any SLR user will really enjoy using this as a compact camera.
And does it have a pop-up flash?
It does. It's got a little flash here,
okay, nice.
But also it's got a hot shoe on the top, which means it will
touch.
take our flash guns as well.
Nice one.
I don't know if you've noticed on the back there that it's also got a variable angle screen. So
Okay.
it's got a proper flip out variable angle screen, which I think for a camera of this type is lovely, which means it's really comfortable to use in the portrait orientation as well as using it in landscape.
And I noticed these control rings on the front. What can I control with those?
Well, there's a number of different things that you can do. So this one you can do your aperture, your shutter speed, your ISO, or you can do exposure compensation, and the same again for this one. Now, when I've been using this, the way I've set it up, which to me feels right, is you have your aperture on here, you have your shutter speed on here, then you have your ISO on the back here, which means that when you're using it like that, it's incredibly quick to use and makes it a very comfortable camera to use in a similar fashion to you do an SLR.
So let's move on to the M10 now. Could you tell me a little bit about this camera?
Yeah, sure. So the M10 is an addition to our lineup again. So this is sitting below the EOS M3 and is designed as an introduction for people who want to get into interchangeable lens technology. So it's one of our CSC cameras. And it's quite a simple camera to use in that the button layout isn't intimidating as if this is perhaps your first sophisticated style camera. It does have a control wheel on the top here. It also has a 180-degree variable angle screen there as well. It's Wi-Fi and dynamic NFC enabled, so it's a very easy camera to use connected with your smart device and this kind of thing. We have a new lens on the front here as well, which is a 15 to 45 millimeter, which has a lock on it there, so it's about 25% smaller than the normal 18-55 that we have.
But the same optic?
But very similar optics inside there. They're not exactly the same, they are different, very similar style image quality as well.
And is that replacing the M then? So we're getting rid of the M, this is the new kind of entry-level Canon CSC?
Yes, it is. The M is pretty much gone by now. It's there's not many of them left about because we discontinued that a little while ago now. But this will take its place. With the M going, what we found is that we had a hole because we only had the M3, which was a more advanced camera. So we felt that we needed something to really help attract people into this style of photography, and I think the M10 really fits that position.
Well, Dave, thanks for your time and for showing me all of your lovely new cameras. And we look forward to getting hold of these cameras at some time soon. So if you guys have any questions, stuff you want us to look out for when the cameras are with us, we look forward to answering those questions for you. Thanks for watching and subscribe to our channel for more great videos.